Hello again, guys. It's Carly from the Poetry of Nice, and welcome to my channel. This is a channel all about reselling online. I personally sell on eBay, Poshmark, and Etsy. And here on this channel, I like to share with you guys everything from haul videos to sales videos, just like this one today, tips and tricks, and all kinds of other cool stuff in between. So if that sounds interesting to you, please do think by hitting that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to say hello in the comments so that I can say hi back. So, as I mentioned, this is my weekly sales update video. It has been a short while since I posted a video. I am so sorry. Thank you to everybody who has reached out and checked on me. I'm still alive. I'm still here. Life just got a little bit crazy in the last few weeks, and it's going to be crazy for a couple of weeks more, so just bear with me, and I appreciate your patience. And for those who, like I said, reached out to say hi and make sure everything was okay, it is okay. It's just kind of bananas. So I'm going to crack on with this video. I'm going to show you my sales for the week of August 26th through to the 1st of September. What I'll do is I'll take you through each item. It's just Poshmark and eBay this week. No Etsy, because Etsy is a cruel mistress sometimes. And I'll let you know where I bought the item, what it sold for, and as per usual, my cost of goods averages out to about $1 per item. So just bear that in mind when you sort of have a think about what I would have paid for each piece. All right, here we go. So first item Poshmark is this Land's End oatmeal 3/4 sleeve top. This sold for $12, which is fairly standard for like a very sort of simple piece like this, as far as I can tell. It was a 2X, and I got this in a lot from someone I bought just a bunch of plus-size clothes from. And this was actually about 50 cents a piece. I'm going to call it $1 for the sake of consistency, but it didn't cost me much at all. So $12 is fine. Also on Poshmark, I always like to mention that if I sent out the offer to somebody, I would have done a shipping discount with about $1.80. So just bear that in mind with some of these items that will have come off the top as well from my pocket, and then some it won't have, just, you know. Okay, Nuba Tags Shine Star crushed velvet lace back romper. This had everything going. So it had high neckline. This would be a keyhole neckline here. It was a romper because it was one piece with shorts. On the back, it was kind of open with all this lace detail. It was Nuba Tags, and it was from Wet Seal. That was one of the tags on there as well, but I think it retailed for like $20 or $30, it says there. We retail pretty low, so there's really not a lot of chance that I was going to get too much money back for it, even though it was new. It was from a filler bag, so I really had next to nothing in it, and someone offered me $13. Obviously, they pay the shipping too, and I went ahead and took that. This Zara sort of, I guess it was like a dress. I guess it was a dress, like a tunic kind of dress. It was denim. It was Zara denim, kind of like an army green, military vibes. I really liked it. I thought it was going to do a little bit better than it did. But it's been listed now for several months, and someone came along again and offered me $20. I think it had it listed at $30. But like I said, a few months in, I went ahead and took that best offer. Ralph Lauren polo jeans, green cable knit sweater. So this was like a wool Angora mix. Obviously cable knit, as you can see there. This was actually listed for maybe 2 days before it sold, so a very quick flip. I think it's maybe this time of year rolling around, you know, fall and all that kind of stuff. But those things are starting to move for me, like sweaters and jeans and boots and things like that, and less so the swimwear and the shorts and the things we associate with spring and summer. So I can't even remember where I only got this recently. I can't remember. It has escaped me. But $1 would be my cost of goods, my average there, and it sold for $20. I think it had it listed at $25, and I sent out a best offer of $20, and somebody accepted. I have started selling my vintage collegiate wear. I talk about this on so many of my videos. All throughout the year, I collect vintage collegiate, like sporting, I don't know, sweaters, sweatshirts, t-shirts, hats, all that kind of stuff. And then around sort of August-ish, I start to list it all en masse, because that's when everyone's going back to school. That's when football season starts. And I get a lot of Tennessee Vols stuff because that is where I'm located. And so I had this listed for $30, I think. Someone offered me $25. I went ahead and accepted. That sold in just a day or two of being listed. Old Navy, they were a size 18, which is why I grabbed them, just like a sort of like a slim fit skinny jean, and they sold for $15, as you can see there, just a very standard bread and butter style sale. And then these Gap jeans as well, also a size 18, which is why I grabbed them. There's good plus sizes there, long and lean dark wash bootcut jeans, and they sold for $20. And both of those jeans were listed for about 2 weeks each. These shoes have been listed for quite a while. I want to say like 3 or 4 months at least. I grabbed them because they were basically new. They didn't have like the tags on them, so I wouldn't call them new, but they were new without tags, basically. They hadn't been walked in or anything. And they sold for 17. They were ASOS, which is kind of like an online catalog, I think. It's not super high end. It's not very expensive to buy new, but these were cute with that kind of blush color, the raw edge, and the sort of rose gold crackled toe detail, and like an espadrille sort of edge to them as well. So they had a lot going on. They were pretty cute, but I do think we're coming out the season as well, and they've been listed for a while, so I took $17, and I got those at a thrift store. This was listed for about 3 days before it sold. I love picking up vintage Halloween sweatshirts. I don't find them very much, but when I do, I grab them. And this one wasn't in the best condition either. It had some pilling and a little bit of light discoloration and things like that. Everything disclosed, obviously, in photos and description. And it sold for $15. So it wasn't, I'm not going to retire on vintage Halloween sweatshirts, but they are so fun to find, so fun to list. And I know that people get a kick out of wearing them. So nice, fast flip. Another vintage collegiate piece, another sweatshirt, Tennessee Vols, $20 on this one. This one wasn't super exciting to me. I had it listed pretty high, around $35, which is fairly standard for me. But I used to sell them mostly on Etsy. I don't move as much on Etsy anymore as I used to. So I'm willing to come down that kind of $5 or $10 if I have to get those quick sales. Chico's, this is obviously 2 pairs. I found 2 at a rummage sale that were exactly the same size, exactly the same style, just denim stretch capris. So I just went ahead and lotted them together. They were both a size 4, and they sold for $30 for the pair. Next up is this Born, I guess, Raya? Well, maybe behind that was the style name, obviously. Born was the brand. Let me see if I can find that logo for you. So you can see it there on the bottom there. And then I think you can see it kind of close up here as well, that little logo right there. And they sold for $40. I think they actually sold for full asking price, which is always nice when that happens. And I got those from a yard sale where I got all kinds of other shoes as well. And they just had a really nice style to them. So someone scooped them up. They've been listed for, goodness, probably about 3 months at this point. Halloween costumes, here we go. So I paid $1 for this at a yard sale just a couple of weeks ago. It was listed for maybe a week to a week and a half before someone bought it for $15. So again, not a huge money maker, but a nice fast sale. And it was a new with tags piece, so I obviously grabbed that for $1. Why not? Patagonia, this was a filler bag, so this was next to nothing. I just kind of rolled them up and stuffed them down the side. And they weren't in fantastic condition, these leggings. They were just like a base layer that people would wear under things, and they did have a little bit of like pilling and a few little pulls here and there, but it's still a really good brand and a very good sort of basic that people like to pick up. So they sold for $12, and again, happy with that. Talbot's, this actually sold in less than a day of being listed. I grabbed it. It was an XL, which was one of the reasons I grabbed it, but I also grabbed it because of the print. This very like sort of wide green and blue tartan plaid. It wasn't really a buffalo plaid. It was more like a tartan type plaid, in my opinion. And yeah, it flew. So it went in just about half a day being listed for about that $15. I think it was listed at $20. Someone offered me $15, and I very happily accepted. Old Navy. I don't pick up all Old Navy, especially if it's not a plus size. This was only a medium, but it's a really nice plaid again. 'Tis the season. Plaid flies off the shelf as soon as you hit September. And so $13, which I think is very reasonable for an Old Navy pre-owned top. And the last Poshmark one today is this Ann Taylor. It was like a blue jean denim blazer, kind of like a fitted blazer. This, I think I got at a yard sale again not too long ago. And I do like to pick up those denim jackets or denim blazers because I do find they do quite well and sell quite quickly, especially this time of year. And someone offered me $20 and I went ahead and took it, which again is very standard for me for kind of like an Ann Taylor or even an Ann Taylor loft style, like blazer, like career style blazer. All right, on to eBay for the day. So this sold at full price. Catherine's, this is not a brand I pick up very often. I've just been kind of experimenting with it a little bit. I squirreled this away in my fall box, which I'm obviously pulling from now as I start listing. And I got it up, and it had kind of like a cool detail here with the tails were buttoned up, so you could have them either hanging open like tails, like shirt tails, or buttoned up as just like a high-low kind of situation. Anyway, it was listed for about a day, if not less, and it sold at the full price. It was a 2X, and it sold at $22.99 plus shipping. Grabbed that at a yard sale. This was a bit of a fail. This was the brand Sheen. I'm not sure how you say it. Here's the logo, if that helps at all. This is a very fast fashion brand I learned after I picked it up. Now, I didn't pay much for it at all. I think it was, again, a rummage sale, like a filler bag situation. And I grabbed it because it was cute. It was a high-low with this laser cut detail all around the hem. Very much had that feel of like, maybe like a summer wedding or a fall wedding or something like that. But like I said, it's very fast fashion. It's kind of like Forever 21 in a way, I think, where it's like it's retail so low, you really can't expect to get much back. And so someone offered me $10 plus the shipping. And I went ahead and took it because honestly, that's about what it was worth, according to like comps on the market and things like that. This has sat for ages. Someone offered me $15.47 vintage crushed velvet pencil skirt. Went ahead and accepted that as well, just to kind of get it moving. I've also had this for a long while. I've just been waiting for the season to change and I knew someone would scoop it up. Just a very simple, no-name brand, vintage plaid, like a knit long blazer jacket. Needed that right buyer. It was listed at 30, as you can see, plus the shipping. Someone offered me 21 and I went ahead and took it. And that, again, was just a rummage sale find. This shirt, Joseph Ribkoff. Let me go ahead and show you that label as well. This is a good brand. I mean, it's a higher end brand, but the comps on these blouses just really weren't that high. So I picked this up at a thrift store when I was on vacation at the beach, where there was a lot of kind of higher end brands and things. It started out at $32.99, but I was being really ambitious with that. And then it was on sale for 20% off, that $26 you see there. Someone offered me $20 and I went ahead and accepted it because honestly, that's just where the comps were at that time, and I was happy to move it. And it was only listed for a couple of months. New with tags, Tommy Hilfiger black and white polka dot faux wrap dress. This was one of those fun ones where you get it home and you realize it's new with tags. I didn't realize that it was. And when I was listing it, I was like, oh, what's this? So that's always fun. And yes, this sold for, I guess, the $35.99 that you see there. I had written it down wrong, but $35.99, then plus that shipping as well, which was a padded flat rate, $8 for my buyer to pay. And that sold as well in, gosh, about 6 to 8 weeks. Hannah Anderson. These kids' brands don't move as fast for me as they used to do. But that's okay. Someone offered me $10 for it, and I went ahead and accepted the $10. They move fairly quickly, but they don't move for as much. And I'm talking like Hannah Anderson, Bowden, Mini Bowden, that kind of thing. It takes a little while, so I don't expect more than sort of $10 to $15 for each piece. Lucky Brand, this sold for $14.39, as you can see here. Just a very simple top size, extra small. I grabbed it because when I got it, it was super cheap. It was maybe like 50 cents or something like that. So I popped it in my bag, and yeah, it was listed for, let me think, probably about 6 weeks at this point. But I really like that lace crochet detail on the back, so that's kind of why I grabbed it. Land's End, I took best offer of $14 for the sake of a fast sale. I had only just listed it. $22.99 is where I'd started it, only because it was a 2X. Just a purple, like, long sleeve turtleneck. Very, very basic piece. $14 to me was quite reasonable, and someone offered me that within a day of listing, and I was happy to take that. This little guy I picked up at a yard sale, not very expensive at all, I think 25, 50 cents, something like that. His comps weren't fantastic, unfortunately, but his brand is one I look out for. This is the tag, Jellycat is the name, and it really depends on the piece you get. If you find one that is rare and hard to find, you can get a really decent money for a Jellycat plush. This one, there was kind of a lot of him online. He was the Bashful Bunny, and someone offered me $10, and I went ahead and took it, and they paid the shipping. Another vintage Tennessee Vols piece. This was just a t-shirt. It wasn't in prime condition either. A few bits of discoloration, a little bit of cracking or fading or whatever. But it sold for $23.99. This was a brand that was new to me, Greater Good. I grabbed it only because it has this like rainbow sun design, and it was all sort of embroidered, like it was really cool. This was the brand, like I said, completely new to me. Someone offered me $25 and I took it. I bought it sort of based on the design. It also had like an acid wash type look to it as well. It was a pretty cool piece. But yeah, it turned out to be fairly good, and I would probably pick that up again. Land's End, this sold super quickly for $15.50, just a 3X plaid button-up shirt. Again, Land's End doesn't retail, well, it retails for a fair amount, I think, but it doesn't really resell for too much. But in my experience, it does move quite fast, so I grab it when it's sort of $1 or less. And the last item are these Old Navy brown Harper mid-rise tapered leg pants, and they're just like kind of a career trouser basically, but they sold quickly as well. They sold within just a day or two of listing for the full asking price of $17.99 plus shipping. All right, so I will let you know I sold a total of 32 items this week, so that would make my cost of goods $32 because we average out. My fees, I always consider my fees when I do these videos 20% because Poshmark is a standard 20%. eBay gets close to that when you think of eBay fees, PayPal fees, and then having an eBay store. And just for the sake of consistency and transparency, I always call it 20%. So 20% of my gross earnings this week, which was $620.32. The fees were about $124.06. So my net profit this week was $464.26. So not too bad. Definitely not seeing that like upturn yet of sort of end of third quarter into fourth quarter. But to be fair, I've been really busy, and I've been sort of doing my minimal 5 new listings a day, and my sharing obviously in my closet, and that's pretty much it. I used to do even just a couple of months ago, you know, at least 10 a day, if not closer to 20 a day new listings. And right now I have so much stuff going on that I'm just getting up 6:30, 7 o'clock, 7:30 in the morning, whatever it is, getting in my computer with a cup of coffee, making sure I get those basic listings up so I know that it's done for the day, and then cracking on with all of the stuff for the day that I have to deal with. So yeah, hopefully I can put a little bit more time to it as, you know, things calm down here, and I will see that money, that net profit kind of kick up a notch. Here's to hoping as fourth quarter rolls our way. But let me know in the comments, how is it going for you? Have you noticed since we've sort of changing the seasons, going into fall, are things picking up? Have you noticed the type of stuff that is selling is changing yet? Just like I have, those kind of jeans and sweaters and boots kicking off. Let me know. I would be super interested to find out. If you're new here, please think about hitting subscribe. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you in the next video, which will be coming soon. I promise. I will talk to you soon, you guys. Bye.